Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars Week 45, Day 2. It is a blue day. If I last recall, we never got the chance to use Champion of Anu on blue Guild War days because the day that he came out was during a Guild War week, but it was right after the blue day. So when he was released, we didn't get to use him on blue day. With that being said, we're going to be doing that right now. And I was messing around with this. I think this is going to work out decently. We do have a lot of mana generation into a pretty small mana pool, but so far it has been going over at least decently from what I've been testing. Though, unfortunately, it is running with a Kraken, which does throw off the entire... everything about this team, pretty much. So I'm going to move that down one so we kill our giant spider. I want to keep Azura. That is really important that we keep Azura. Oh, then again, I might need to change the banner. Gosh, we don't have anything with Immune to Devour, do we? Okay, I might need to rethink this team already. We just started on the first battle, and I might already need to rethink it, because it's really bad against Kraken. I was kind of hoping everyone stopped using Kraken by now, but apparently, no. That is not the case. I guess I could keep denying out his green so much that we hopefully get lucky. The biggest issue here is everything is set basically to feed into Azura, and I need both of these not to get hit. Yeah, Kraken hits both of those too. And I can't put Anu back there, because that's the whole premise of the team is using that guy. I guess we silence it with a quick Champion of Anu and just hope that is enough. So I'll move it exactly how it should be as far as its order, and we'll just play it as is and just focus down the Kraken. We'll get slightly less damage because he hits everything below him, but we will get the silence, we will get the stun, we will disable out the Kraken. Also, the other big issue could be that we get frozen off Queen Mab. Hopefully that won't happen as well. We'll just have to see. We do have Corvash, though, to counter him out, so if we get quick enough Corvash, we will be able to just go and Corvash him. So worst comes to worst, it looks like we already have that, so never mind. Wow, that didn't take long. Okay, well, no worries now. That went from maybe we're going to lose very hard to we just instantly won in a matter of seconds, so I'm fine with that. We'll go see if we can try to get a green drop there. Did not get it. Definitely desperately need those green on Surge so we get full mana there, and now we can go right into a Convert to feed everything else. I think we'll go for yellow here just to get our Azura up, and now we can keep clearing the board whenever we want. We can also do that on green to deny out his mana, as well as blue, though. We need blue as well, so probably just green would be the main one in that case. We do need green quite a bit ourselves as well, but not as much as he does, that's for sure. So right here, I think I'm going to go for the purple just so we have Azura. He's going to skull us, but we're already entangled, so it doesn't really matter if he skulls us again at this point. And yeah, I guess we just get a Azura in there. I don't really need to throw Corvash. I do see that, but it's not worth taking. So we'll go get that down there. Champion of Anu, I'll probably just throw down first slot since he's going to get his mana quicker, as well as just clear out everything. Let me get her mana right back, though, by taking that. Let him take the skull again. We have 25% reduction, not a huge amount, but it's more than 0%. So that's at least helping some with skulls. We still have Corvash. Has he taken a single even poke of mana yet on Kraken? I don't believe he has. Don't believe he has. Also, hello everyone. Hello Bunny Killer. Hello Captain. Hello Danny. Hello Candy. Hello Benglis. Hello Trey. Hello Sean. And hello Max. And hello everyone else. Welcome all. So I believe we have the kill here. That's 35 to everything. So we'll go swipe that out. Maybe Kraken his 0 mana Kraken. But we'll go for that. Just do it for damage. We're exactly at 42 due to Anu, giving us that last little bit. Before I do, though, we don't really need red. So we're going to go get rid of all that to get Azura back up. Throw probably Corvash down again. He'll take another skull. And wait. Oh, yeah, he got skull reduced by Azura. I was wondering. I was like, wait, how does he have such a low attack? It's because of Azura. Reducing it down. We'll throw a Corvash here. That'll kill that out, the biggest threat on this team. And then we just go into another explosion and poke at him again. So far, Champion of Anu is working out pretty decently. The +1 to all stats is definitely quite effective on both Azura as well as on the Corvash because he does true damage. I wish we could like multi-hit into all of them, but 2 is still plenty as far as damage. And of course, this guy tends to be... Anu's just really strange, because you either have to prioritize him for the stats effects that he does, or the damage, because sometimes the target that you'll need for both is different. Like on this team, we'll probably need to be spamming it on the Nyx to silence it to make sure it doesn't do anything, whereas throwing it on Far's Troll, you'd get more damage, but we might not necessarily need him to be silenced. What is this? The weapon that does triple the blue? Double the blue. It doesn't even do triple. Wow, that weapon is bad. It only does 58 damage, and there's nothing else increasing on the team, so that's a bit strange that he would use that. I always thought these things were triple. They definitely, if they ever go and update weapons, there are so many of them that they need to rebalance. But at minimum, all these things that do double need to be triple. Because that is way too little damage. Even at triple, they wouldn't be usable, let alone at double. But anyways, he is using that. I guess it's better than no blue counter. Only real big threat, I guess, is Nyx. Though slightly less of a threat since there's only a 12 max mana drain now, but still. I will need to go and silence that because it will be really annoying if I don't. But yeah, it doesn't have a Kraken, so all of the Kraken issues we should have had the previous battle, which we didn't have, we are definitely not going to have this time because he has no Kraken. So that's not a threat anymore. We'll try for the blue right over there. Didn't get it, but we just get the natural drop, so that's fine. He's already doubling green. We just started the battle. Okay, well, obviously I have to take green here because he's about to double everything. So we'll do that. He lands his mana, but he didn't extra turn at least. So we have Giant Spider now. Oh, we have Corvash too. Never mind. We're good to go. Just thought he might end up getting a Nyx in there, but it looks like we have that denied. We'll just go for some mana before we do. And yeah, that's that. I guess we'll go for that Skull. We'll go and Corvash him, and then we'll work Azura to full mana. And then we can just go from there. Okay, so I guess we take double purple or double green. Only one green would have to surge if I did it that way. So we'll do this. There's a couple different extra turn chances there. We didn't get any of it, but it will. Now we have the issue of we can't feed anything into all the way to full mana. He also has a Nyx sitting right there. So instead of feeding something to higher mana, I'm just going to kill it. And he does drain that thing for, like, what, 3 mana? What did that thing even have? It only had 5 mana, and he drained all 5 of it. A little bit of a weird target. Not sure why I didn't go for the one with higher mana. I'll go do that, get a Giant Spider down, and go from there. Let's see. Brown we don't have. Yellow we don't have. And green we have a double. But that's about the best we could really get from it right now, so I guess we'll just skip on it since it's not really worth going for. We'll stick some browns. Why not? We have it on red now too, but it's still only a single match, not a extra turn, which means it's not worth using. So we'll just keep getting up Corvash, I guess. Nothing else, we'll still be able to drain with that. Ooh, really wish we had alignment now because, yeah, he is going to get that down, and I'm going to have to take the damage from that, and we're going to take quite a bit. And that will lower our score by a decent amount as well, since we don't have a drain or anything to deal with that at this current moment in time, nor do I even have a way of taking mana into it. So I guess we'll give him a Skull Distract. This might actually help us. And no, he doesn't go for it. I was hoping he'd go for it and give us alignment, but nope, he does not. Actually, I might go for it, though. Nyx is definitely something we need to kill out. Well, you know what? I'm just going to take Brown. At least one good thing about this team, if nothing else, I probably won't be using Anu in the future because he's a little bad as far as how much mana he takes compared to what he does. But, yeah, it's just going too slow. I feel like the score is going to be around like a 9,200, 9,300. Even though we're really easily killing everyone, we're killing them too slowly. Ideally, what we need are full AoEs that also have extra turn potential. Those tend to work the absolute best. Like, Azura in general for a blue day is pretty much the best thing you could ever do. Or among one of them. It's just fitting things that actually work with her is the issue. But Azura Christinex alone could probably solo out an entire team on this day if you really had to. That's normally what I use. Or similar teams to that. Okay, he has that up again. That is quite concerning, given that we don't have anything to throw against it. Our Skull is not enough damage, so we'll try for the... Oh, we did get the HP reduction. Nice. And the extra turn. And that's matched, because we Corvash into a pretty much anything. So, do we Giant Spider now? Yes, we do, because I need to go and do that prior. And now we Corvash it, explode the board. He'll probably take a purple or something to deny us. Actually, probably that green to get full mana. Oh, no, never mind. It can't get full mana, though it did take the green. We'll go for the Azura there. That feature right back to full, or almost. It should have. There's a lot of purple, apparently not enough. Corvash is about to die, but we have 48 true damage, so that's enough to kill. And we'll just double poke it for the kill. And there we go. Do you change classes much for Guild Wars? No. I try to do it as minimally as possible, changing hero classes for Guild Wars. Very, 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 very rarely would I ever do that. Also, what on earth is this team? Dark Troll, Elma Grim, that guy that does triple damage to blues, which makes the most sense, I guess, and I guess this true damage thing. Well, that is a lot of damage. What is that, 66? That's not... Oh! That can actually one-shot my Corvash and my Anu. Oh, you know what? I lied. Amira is actually really dangerous, though she's completely blocked by Elma Grim, so I think we're fine? I don't know what to think about that. I guess we could just replace it out. Because regardless if we use Champion or Corvash, they will be one-shottable by her. Oh, no, no, no. If we get enough Azuras, we'll... Okay, we just need to spam Giant Spider Azura instead of Corvash. Because if we get a single magic reduction on her, she can't one-shot them. So we have a 1 in 4 chance. We just have to throw her a few times so she gets it eventually. So that'll be the game plan then. Just keep throwing it down over and over again. Also, hello, Stonium Cat. Welcome. Also, hello, Strahd in War. Welcome, welcome. What can you use instead of Anu on the team that we're using? Normally, the team I use for this is actually... doesn't even use any mythics. It's Corvash, Azura, something and KrissTigger. I actually forget what my third slot normally is. I'll go show it in a second. I normally use it every single week, so we won't be actually doing a battle with it today, but I will go show you the team right after this. I still have it saved as my main team for Blue Day. But if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it doesn't use a single mythic on it. My normal team I use for Blue Day. I'm just using Anu because we didn't get the chance to use him in Guild Wars when he was first released. That's why we're using him now, just to see what he could score. I don't think it's worth it, but you could definitely make some at least decent teams with him if you really want to utilize his final trait. It's one of the few things where you would actually use him in. Like, out of any context in the entire game, Blue Guild Wars is about one of the only few you would ever bother. But there's already better teams, I feel like, than him. Maybe there'll be better synergy with him in the future, but at this current moment, as I mentioned, we're probably only going to score like a 9,200, maybe 9,300, which isn't particularly high. I kind of want him to take that Skull Distract, so we're going to take Reds here. He does not go for it. Okay, this could actually be bad. There goes triple damage on Azura. Out of everything on my team, I think I need to keep Azura alive the most. I can't even silence or do anything to him either for the purples. So let me go and deny out some purples here manually because he's going to create a bunch more. Come on, you still hit the extra turn even after that. Oh, that's not good. I guess we throw this on the first slot. We did... actually, we can technically aim at her if we really wanted to, though it reduces its damage by a lot. So I'm just going to, I guess, focus on the Ellcarjen then aspect. So we'll try getting a magic reduction on it right here, as I was mentioning earlier. And we actually did land it, so now I don't need to worry about her at all. So the biggest threat now, I guess, is just killing out Ellcarjen. Oh, and not dying to Death Mark, apparently, because we have no cleanse. I forgot about that. That's what Anu's for. Anu, why didn't you get a stun on him yet? Okay, let's go do that now, before he Death Marks us again. So we'll go do that, get some damage. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, that's not good. Well then. We can still win with Anu. There's a reason I have him in second, and that is because he has the 60% reduction thing on his trait. So that is quite convenient. Also, since he's still stunned from the Anu, he can no longer Death Mark us, or at least while he's still stunned, he will not be able to Death Mark us. Of course, he could cleanse, but at least at this current moment in time, he cannot. I'm tempted to take the yellow into purple so that we get some Azura mana. It doesn't really do much, but I'm taking it mainly for the skull. So we'd be able to take both simultaneously. Alternatively, I could take the green to red, though it already has full mana, so that wouldn't really serve much of a purpose, now would it? Okay. That I could wait it out and just take one of my manas now. It almost seems like the best option at this point. So I'm actually going to do that. Didn't get any kind of drops. He does have Ellcarjen now, but I don't have anything specifically that can target that down. So I'm just going to take some purples here. He might get distracted off of something. Yeah, I can't drop that far enough. Oh, wow, we could take a lot of mana, though. Well, most of it I don't really need, but it will deny him slightly. I believe the best bet will just be giving him a skull. And he'll go take that. Oh, hello. You did cleanse that, haven't you? Never mind. The best thing is not to give him a skull. Well, then. What's plan B at this point? We'll go take blue, red, blue, because we need to surge, and then have full mana on Azura for the following turn. So we'll go grab that. He'll get a bunch of manas. He'll do that. And, well, then. Okay, I think we lost. Good job, Anu. Though that was slightly my fault from the beginning of that Death Mark. But, yeah, that Death Mark really ruined us. Well, let's see if we can win with just Giant Spider. Wouldn't be the first time. Though against Ellcarjen like this, I think we might lose to it. Ellcarjen normally is not this lucky off of AI control, especially when you don't even have burn. He doesn't have a single burn, and he has extra turns almost every cast he has done with Ellcarjen. But we'll go poke him with a poison. Nothing else will claim one kill. But yeah, this battle is going to go very horribly. We do still have the chance to win, though. As long as Amira decides not to hit it, it still has a lot of damage. It's 30 damage. Oh, yeah, this thing, too. Luckily, that's not enough to kill it either, but Ellcarjen into one poke is enough to kill it. So, yeah, that's probably match right there. If nothing else, at least apply a little bit more damage. Oh, or if he's dumb enough, he'll keep going for the spider. That'll be perfect. So I'm going to work down the line because Ellcarjen is being way too annoying right now, especially since we don't actually use purple anymore. Seriously, Ellcarjen has hit every single one. Even when there's barely any colors. He even hit the 4 times in the middle there. Oh well, though. We'll go and take ourselves the yellow. Maybe we will have to switch into our normal team. But we'll go move that over. Grab all that. He'll take a skull. The win chance is still there, though. As long as Spider is alive, we still have the chance. And even if it's not alive, if we could summon 2 more spiders, we could technically win just off of those 2 spiders. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Ellcarjen! Please, stop getting so lucky. What even is that turn? Well, apparently not. Well, round 2. Let's try that again. But yeah, that didn't quite work out. Also, my normal team that I normally use for Blue Guild War Day, it is Forest Troll, Azura, Dawnbringer, and KrissTigger. Forest Troll for the Entangle and Skull mitigation, Azura for mana generation, the Dawnbringer to protect us from damage, as well as normally with Titan hero class, not with Dragon, but to give the Forest Troll half mana, as well as to barrier our entire team, as well as just decent AoE damage, and KrissTigger again just for more AoE damage and for its summon. It also has 50% skull reduction if you got to that situation that we were in the previous battle. This would basically be a KrissTigger instead of a giant spider, which we actually could have won off of if that was our only thing left in the previous battle. But also, what on earth is that long name? I can't even read that. It's so small, typeface. But we'll stick with Anu, because this is the day for testing Anu. Apparently not good, though. The spider will spawn. That guy actually had lower stats, too, the previous battle. Yet this battle is probably going to be easier because it doesn't have any synergy. Then again, I kind of underestimated that Grim by a lot, the previous battle, so we'll see for sure. We'll go try the green right there. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. We'll go and see if we can find ourselves something else off the board. I guess we'll just take ourselves some purples then. That's the next best color if we can't find any green. So we'll go grab that, get our extra turn. Just explode everything, not even going to bother with the green, just start getting all the manas going. And we should be good to go. We have both of those in range of just draining them. We'll go grab a green surge here. We'll still need one more mana after that. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to go bother with for that. We'll throw a Corvesh first. He does deny my green immediately, but I want to take that purple to purple, and that'll be full mana for her. We'll take a skull because he's stunned, so it won't do as much. Let's see. Because he doesn't gain that 2 armor and life to all allies. He only does that when he's not stunned. Of course, now that we have him denied, he can't get that off. Ooh, decent giant spider there. Go grab that. Get the Azura going. Take all that first. Throw the Azura. And there we go. We can go throw this on first slot. We will waste the silence and everything. I don't have any way to apply that damage other than Azura cast. And I don't think we can get Azura before a mirror starts getting up. But then again, maybe we should just throw it on that then. You know what? I will do that. We'll take the skull. Actually, let me take another skull, and then we'll just go down the line there. This will leave it so it might get our Yali off, but as long as we should be able to get Corvash in time. Actually, at this point, I might as well just keep taking skulls. We're already so close. Okay, so we got all the stats right there. And what do we need to move around? We need 2 turns before we get full Azura. We'll just move that over. Get to shuffle. You go for the brown or just go for Azura. I believe at this point Azura is the way to go. We'll get the lucky extra turn right there. And we'll take that. He got it from the sky thing right there, which gave him a 4 times. And that should be good to go. All we have to do is skull the Corvash, and that's match. Unless he decides to do something weird. Is there any other way to do it? No, none of our damages on this team have board control. I think that's the other big issue too. Because the only board control we have are the 2 lower ones, which are kind of clunky in a way. I did want to try it though. And it was working really good earlier when I was testing it. Apparently, giving Grim a bunch of purples is a bad idea. That's kind of to be expected, though. I just didn't realize it would backfire that badly. Okay. Anyways, we'll go and take that over. Get a bunch of reds. Not really the color we should be taking for him, but there's just so many just laying there. Might as well. Take a green to green. Never mind. That gives him a turn. Though I'm still tempted to take it. I guess we go Blue Surge and Corvash him then. So we'll go for that. Corvash him. Make sure he doesn't get that up. Grab Azura. Oh, never mind. Azura would take 2 turns. Green Surge would be the next best bet, but it's not available. Wait, is Green Surge full mana? Let's see. 3, 6, 8. Yeah, that's full mana. It is indeed full, though it would give him the thing right there, so I'll just take a purple instead and do it that way. Get the Azura. Oh, good magic reductions. The 2 biggest things I need to get magic reduced actually got magic reduced. They're the 2 most annoying with it. I guess technically him as well, but definitely this one, Grapple Pot, being the most annoying with higher magic, since you could just keep spamming full AoEs. Okay, we'll go and... what do we even need here? I guess we silence the first lot? Or do we silence her then Corvash? Well, either way, we don't really get to stop him. So I'll just let him do his little bit of damage, because that's pretty trivial. So we'll do that. And now we can just throw Corvash or Azura. I think Azura because I want to skull poke him for the kill. And it's not available, unfortunately. I might have to waste a Corvash for it. Really don't want to, but if we have to, we will. Then again, let's take a blue. Like, we have everything to full mana. I actually don't have to waste it. Now I can just throw Anu on first slot, because we wouldn't be able to target her anyways due to stealthy. Unless we stunned her with Corvash prior, of course. Or some other stun in some way. So we'll go and throw this onto, well, actually Corvash first, because we already have full mana on it, so I don't need to throw it yet. Throw the Azura down. Barely any blues, but all we need to do is poke it once, and there it is. Okay. Well, not going over the greatest, but it did come through. Hello, Alanso, welcome. Oh, never mind. I forgot that's our final battle because we lost the one. No. Okay, well, with one lose, we almost hit all 7s. We were 2 points off of all 7s. Those are not lucky 7s. Those are unlucky 7s. But, yeah, I guess not too bad. I think, generally for one lose, you should be hitting around 8,000 or so, or a higher 7,900s. So, yeah, that was definitely like a 9,100, 9,200 pace, even if we did win. So, yeah, never again am I using Anu in Guild Wars. I just figured we'd try it because, again, when he first released, we didn't get to. So, that's him. Is he worth using in Guild Wars? Probably not, unless you have absolutely nothing else to use, though. It's more likely that you'd have some kind of Azura, decent Azura team to go use than you would a Anu just laying around fully traded. Definitely wouldn't be worth fully trading it just for the purpose of running in Guild Wars. That is for sure. But yeah, he's kind of average. Nothing really too over the top. Might be very useful in Guild Wars sometime in the future, but at this current moment, not really that good. There's also potential of him being particularly good with Human Knights in some kind of Queen Isabel team. Though, even though there's a lot of Human Knights, I'm not sure you could really build anything that would work for Blue Guild War Day. There's a lot of Blue Human Knights, but their synergy is weird, is basically the bottom line. There's no really good mana generator for them, I think is their biggest problem that they have. Let me see. Is there a way to bring up humans and knights simultaneously? I don't think there is. But if I type in knights and type in blue, and just go under here, you can see that a good majority of these are human knights. As I say that, there's barely any human knights. Human knights, human knights, human knights, human knights. Actually, let me count them. Would be better than just saying human knight a bunch of times. 1, 2. Also, I could just check the website thingy real quick, but we might as well count them. 3, 4, 5. I think there's about like 2 dozens almost. 6, 7. Never mind, not that many. Wow. Wait, there's only 7? Why did I always think there used to be so many more human knights? Oh, there is more human knights, but these are only the blue human knights. I forgot. Yeah, there are more, it's just those are the only blue ones. But yeah, there's currently 7. Biggest issue is they don't have a proper mana generator. I guess technically that team would be, at this point, we can't actually use it though for that, but it'd be Templar, yeah, it'd be Templar, Champion of Anu. Actually, it might even be just Templar first slot. I mean, Anu first slot. Because of his reduction. Should make it so he doesn't die too quick. Plus, you keep throwing Queen Isabel in it. You know what? I might actually have to either try that, because then we could throw Azura in there. Actually, Azura would fit perfectly. Interesting. I don't think it will be that good due to Templar being... There's nothing that Templar really helps you with. You're gaining a lot of armor, but you're using it for nothing. And there's no way we could put something related to that. Then again, we could replace our Queen Isabel with Rowan. That would be too dangerous, though. If you lose Rowan, you'd lose the battle. But, yeah, I think we could get away with this at some point. I might try it. Pretty sure it would be pretty bad, though. But it's worth a shot. It's not full, Wait, how do you spell her name? Oh, I still have it under Knights. No wonder why. Clear filter. There we go. Yeah, it's other long lines. Probably need a +1 brown, +1 blue for this if we're going to run it like this. Oh, no, +1 brown, +1 purple is likely what we would need if we ran this. But, yeah, we could make that work. Actually, let me just test in one PvP battle real quick. Obviously, that wouldn't be too good of a representation of it. Let me just go to casual and see if we can get a real team. Yep, that's a real enough team. We'll go fight it. And we'll go try it with the brown-purple banner. And let's just see what it does. Might as well double-check it. Where is it? Brown-purple. Boom. And see what this thing could do. Anu, you're fired. It was never hired to begin with. Okay, so right off the bat, we're going to want to get Azura up or Templar, either or. So we'll want to be taking purples or browns, either or. Whichever one we can get quicker. Please cast. I can't wait till they add until they add hotkeys for the PC, because there currently isn't any, and that would make it that'd be such a great quality of life update. They did say that they are planning on doing it when I suggested it to them. Surin was like, "Oh yeah, we should definitely go and do that," but I haven't heard any word of it, and I don't believe it's in next patch, but I really hope it is. She probably would have showed it on stream if it was, though. Also, by the way, as you guys probably know by now, next patch, very, very, very soon, TM. Possibly next week. as far as when that's coming. I'll probably be doing the best teams video of this version sometime this weekend, hopefully Sunday. Should be able to get that out. Okay. Now we have the big issue with this team. Where's all of our damage? Yeah, this would never work in Guild Wars. It's not even full Human Knight. That was the whole point of kind of trying to do this, was to use all Human Knight. But, no. As far as how Guild Wars gets scored, I don't think this would ever be worth using. That will go up, do that, poke him out, keep taking skulls, keep hitting him with the gigantic skulls, get our green, keep Queen Isabelling him that way. It takes our turn every single time, though, which really eats at our score if this was a Guild War battle. Because every time we cast something that automatically ends its turn, we're losing a decent amount of points. Because the enemy's getting a turn that could have been our turn. We'll go through that out on him again. Really, you live with one? I could have calculated it out in the first place, but oh well. I guess we'll go and kill it with a 0 then. With the skull poke. If he's going to have that little. I kind of want to silence that. But I believe the better... You know what? I am going to silence it. I want to silence so bad, we will go and target it down. Just to silence it. We'll go get that armor buff. Look at our armor! 204! Not like it's useful for anything, but... That's the biggest issues that knights really have in general. They have really, really high armor. But armor is the worst stat in the entire game, so that doesn't really help much in many things. Really wish there was some kind of hero weapon that's scaled off of all of your team's armor. If they ever did that, knights could probably make a comeback, but in the current state of how knights are, it's pretty bad. Sword's Edge bonus is completely armor, too. If we go into a full Sword's Edge team, so if we just go and put, like, let's see. I'm trying to think of two troops from the kingdom. And there we go. But if we do this, it's only a 10 armor bonus, which is arguably the worst bonus out of any pure kingdom in the game. It's just pure armor. All it is 10 armor for all of them, which doesn't really serve much a purpose, especially since you'd have to be all Sword's Edge. And there's nothing within Sword's Edge that is particularly useful with a lot of armor. With a lot of attack, yes, because of Queen Jezebel, but nothing with a lot of armor. Though knights at least do gain attack, as well as humans, which is kind of decent. If we go and put all human knights... Actually, is there a knight enough to do that? I forget if there is. Are there 4 human knights from this kingdom? There's an easier way of doing this. Where's Sword's Edge? Believe there is. That we're missing one still. Sword's Edge, human knight, human knight. I know we have Knight Coronet. Where's the other one, though? There it is, human knight. But yeah, we do gain an attack bonus, ever so barely. We get 2 from humans and 2 from knights. Though I believe this is the only human knight team that can be built, though. Because the hero class counts as a knight and not a human. So you can never go like pure human knight with hero, unfortunately. Because there's no double typing on hero. Every single hero type only has 1 type, unfortunately. Though that would be absolutely amazing. 4 times human knight would actually be viable if hero counted as a human knight. But it doesn't. Also, could you imagine once we have pets, both of these being 3 times, something like that? There's actually going to be some interesting 4 times teams that might start getting used late game with the 3 times bonuses. We already know about Zolkiri, so as far as Zolkiri is concerned, like we already know off that little spider thing that's coming into the game that we can get a 3 times bonus from using 4 times Zolkiri. So it'll likely be something Dark Maiden, Giant Spider, and 2 big troops. Problem is there isn't really 2 big troops now, is there? That synergizes with that. Zolkiri has really bad synergy within its own kingdom, which is kind of odd. But I guess it'll have to be the Widow Queen, which we'll probably kill Dark Maiden with. And, well, I can't go Web Spinner, because that won't work. Tyree, you gotta go Widow Queen, because you need damage. Tome Spider is pretty bad. Tauray, I guess, would be the next best bet, but it's completely blocked. Oh, there is a hero class, though. We could just run Dawnbringer. What colors would be missing if we did that? We need a purple-yellow. There's no good... I mean, not purple-yellow. We need a brown-yellow. And we can't use Gorgolfa, because that's obviously not related to this kingdom. I don't believe there's any good brown-yellow weapons if we were to go down this route. That's not the right colors. Brown-yellow, clear filter, brown-yellow, all colors. And I said all colors. Oh, I only clicked yellow, apparently. Yeah, none of them are good. The best thing we have is, like, Dust and Sand, and that's not particularly over the top. Wait, what does the sword thing do? Deal damage to the last enemy, and if there is a Dust Storm, remove all green... No, that wouldn't be good. We have 3 things using green. This thing just summons the Earthscaya. This thing just does extra double damage to purple. If it was triple, maybe, but... and this is just a mech axe, which would do nothing in the context of not mechs. So there's no weapon for that we could use. Yeah, I guess we just have to put a Dawnbringer there and not use brown and just use some kind of minus banner then, if we were to do that. Yeah, 4 times Old Carry. We already know that that's a, what is that? That's a +2 magic and +1 attack? Or is it the other way around? I should forget. Should probably just put his Old Carry in there. But it gets tripled if we actually had the pet all the way up. And there's probably going to be several instances of that. I keep forgetting we can't do that. Let me just type the spider in there. Fine. We'll put that in there. Doesn't matter what it is. Yeah, it is 2 magic. So that would be 3 attack, 6 magic. Which would only really be beneficial to... I guess maybe the Widow Queen. They barely even gain a benefit from that. Unless you were using the hero weapon. Because you can use your hero for that with Orb Weaver. So I guess maybe some kind of Orb Weaver with this kind of synergy might work. We'll give it a shot eventually. We'll have to see what pets, other bonuses there are for pets. Because if it gave, like, if we get 3 times on the dragon bonus and other stuff like that, we could really start using stuff with it. But yeah, most of the pets I do feel like will be pretty underwhelming. But I think they're deliberately supposed to be underwhelming just so they don't seem overpowered. Because they stack on top of everything that already exists as far as stats. So they don't want to bring too many stats too quickly into the game. Which they will be doing when it, they're already going to be doing that sometime in the future when 10 Star Kingdoms come out. You'll notice like a big discrepancy as soon as 10 Star Kingdoms start coming out between like end game players and late game players or mid game players. Because the people who have like everything, more resources than they know what to do with, will pretty much be getting every 5-star the second they come out. Which for the first several months will probably be a pretty big stat discrepancy. Let's see, what can you use instead of Dawnbringer that you use on your blue Guild War day? Fire and Ice, though I believe most people don't have that. Other than that, what's the blue-yellow weapon? Isn't there a good blue-yellow weapon? Can't remember what it was called. Apply filter, all colors. No, there was not. Okay, yeah, there's not that many options if you're specifically using Hero. Well, Hero with Titan class, you'll be getting the bonus off of blues. I guess a red-blue weapon then. You can't use Fire and Ice, unfortunately, because barely anyone owns it. Which is basically the alternative to Dawnbringer, but they haven't added it to a easy-to-obtain way. They really do need to add this weapon to be easily obtained somehow. Because barely anyone owns it. Yet it's the early game alternative of Dawnbringer, or early to mid-game. But no one owns it because they've never really brought it into the game by any other means, pretty much, other than when it first came out in Through Glory like 2 years ago or something. That weapon is ancient, yet it's the best replacement for Dawnbringer in many teams, unfortunately. But yeah, none of the other weapons are really that good. Triple to Submerge, not going to do much. Armor Break, not that big a deal. That only works with Undead, right? No, with Kedar. Not even with Undead, just with Kedar. Yeah, there really isn't a weapon alternative for that. You'd probably just have to use a different troop there. Or the Mythic that we just used, Anu. But obviously you probably don't have that either. Yeah, I don't think there's any way you're going to be covering all the colors there. You'll just have to put something there just for some damage source. Maybe even just a Merline so you can silence. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I used to just use Merline in this instead of Hero. Yeah, I guess that would be fine. Use one of the minus yellow banners and just use Merline. I think might be your best bet. Merline has that double silence, which is kind of like a mini Anu in a way. Since you will get those silences which can disable them, which is nice, assuming they don't have immune to it, because you won't have a stun like Anu does. Although, hello Anthony, and hello David. Let's see, what else did I miss in these things? Also, hello Alonso, pretty sure I already said hi, but, and hello Middernatch Films. In Guild Wars, use the same card on 2 different color days, or use a card 2 times in a monocolor group. Does that affect the bonus? No, it does not. For invading, it doesn't matter what you use in Guild Wars. It only matters what you use defending in Guild Wars, as far as not repeating. But yes, you can literally use the same 4 troops in the exact same team, as well as use the same troop in like 3 different days if it's a mythic, and you won't get penalized at all as far as your score. But yeah, we could have ran 4 times KrissTigger on this day. I used to run it on blue in Guild War Day but yeah, you can run 4 times KrissTigger or something similar to that without losing any score whatsoever. Another pretty popular one I like using for specifically Green Day, because obviously it doesn't work for Blue Day, is double giant spider with double Kraken. And it still works pretty well, actually, even though Kraken's been nerfed like 2 or 3 times now. It's just such a really strong troop that the nerfs barely even do anything to it. But yeah, doing this with like Frozen Banner is pretty decent, because you have +3 purple, +2 blue total, and you don't get any penalty for using this. If you set this as your defend, you would, but if you use it for invading in Guild Wars, it has no effect. Maybe we'll do it for next Guild War Day. It's been a while since I've ran it. It scores pretty well. I think it averages around 9,400 or so. But yeah, it's not that bad. It's kind of weird of a team, but it works. It does what it needs to do. You just keep spamming giant spiders into Krakens and Krakens into spiders, and hopefully don't miss with Krakens. And that's pretty much the entirety of the team. And of course, every extra turn you get does 6 damage to all enemies, which is kind of nice. What can you... Never mind, I already answered that. Can you try Gorgoltha, Clockwork Sphinx, Heronif, and Tesla? Interesting. Generally, you don't need an armor buff when you're using a Tesla. In the case of Dwarven Gate, that kind of is just a passive effect that automatically happens. But that's not the specific reason you're using Dwarven Gate in that team. It's mainly for its mana generation, but and its barrier as well. But yeah, I guess we can do that. Generally, you don't need to build armor for a Tesla team, though. So let me go back and rename this back to suggested teams. Rename. Alright, that reminds me, I still need to keep thinking of pet names. Suggested teams. Oh, then again, I'm pretty sure chat will be giving us a bunch of them when pets come out. Okay, we'll go and... what was I doing here? Oh yeah, we'll go with basically just an armor buff, Tesla team. Tesla, Heronif. And what's the other one we needed? The Sphinx. I cannot spell Sphinx, apparently. And there we go. Okay, everything's in order. Got all the colors going. And I guess just standard brown yellow because Gorgoltha, and we'll go from there. Can't wait till a +2 brown or yellow or a +2 yellow brown. Both of which would be very useful for doing Gorgoltha teams into the future. The main banner he needs to really function doesn't exist at the moment. Of course, he still functions perfectly fine without it, but I mean, like, to basically have, like, a Dragon Soul related banner. Eventually, they'll add a Gorgoltha banner. Or it's basically just optimal for him. And with Doom Skulls getting added to the game, he's going to be pretty decent with it. His thing is even called Doom Stones, but you'd basically be able to clear the board always with it and have a proper frontline tank. Oh, the only slight issue with that, though, is his 75% reduction will not work on Doom Skulls, which is going to be a little bit weird how that will pan out, but we'll see what happens. Also, I probably should have cast Tesla first before I did that. I did it for the skull, and that's kind of pointless. But we'll go do that to get our mana right back up. I think we'll need 3 casts to kill it out. Generally, that's about how many she needs. Let's take a red over. Oh, apparently it's extra turn as well, so we'll go get a Leaf Storm. That'll at least make it easier for us to extra turn. I don't believe we have any drops laying around. Oh, yes, we do. It's looking right at us. Though it's not telling us to take it. It was right next to where it did, though. We'll go throw that down. And we'll need 1 more to clear it out. And we'll just go do that by taking the blue. And then we just throw Tesla at it, and that'll be that. And please cast. Please cast. There we go. Pet Turtle counts as Knight, right? Nothing is getting through that armor. Haha. Oh, are they adding a Pet Turtle? I definitely need a Pet Turtle. Turtles are cute as well. There's probably so many of them that are going to be adorable. Anyways, let me go clear this out with a different team. One that can just easily wipe it. So we'll go with this. What's my yellow defend team? My yellow defend team is... Let's see if I can remember off the top of my head. I believe I'm running some kind of weird Spirit Fox team, if I'm not mistaken. I do need to revamp my yellow defend. I believe it's True Damage Spirit Fox team is what I'm running for yellow Guild War defend. And its win rate tends to be around like 10%. Though then again, almost all the teams I use on defend have about a win rate of 10%. Just because everyone in late game wins so much with their teams. So it's kind of hard to really gauge if it's doing better or not. Though I do know that one's kind of pretty average. You could easily build probably a better one just from putting whatever you have in there. I just like doing it because I want to use all my better stuff for other days. People tend to have Yellow Day unlocked for the most part later on in the game due to how many ridiculously good yellows there are, especially since Divine Ishbala came into the game. Yellow Day is ridiculously easy to win, so there's really no point in setting your stronger stuff for Yellow Day. The only stronger thing I technically set on my Yellow Day defend is Spirit Fox, and that's mainly just because it's good at countering yellows. It's actually the best troop in the game currently to countering yellows, and it's pretty cheap too. It's only ultra rare. It does require being fully traded to fully utilize it, but it's this team right here. It's what I use. It's not really that good, but definitely something with Spirit Fox for yellow Guild War defend. Oops, that's my yellow invade. As you can see, yeah, pretty much every yellow invade. Everyone in late game just going to be running Gorgoltha, Divine Ishbala, and Furnace, and one other troop. Or Gorgoltha, Divine Ishbala, some kind of yellow damage source, and 1 yellow support. Pretty much everyone. due to how good Divine Ishbala is going to be running something pretty similar along the lines of that, assuming they have all those components, just because of how good she is. But as far as defend, where to go? Defend yellow. But yeah, I'm using this. It's just a Corvash Desdemona, just in case they use Daemons. I should probably get rid of her, because not that many people run yellow Daemons anymore. It used to be pretty popular. These days, I don't think many people bother. Maybe like 1 in 10 people. But it's not that common. Astral Spirit for the quick start, as well as true damage onto a single target, and hopefully that will hit first, so that Spirit Fox will then target it, and then hit it for the high amount of true damage, and of course it denies all yellow, and it gets empowered as well, so it gets to do it immediately. But yeah, the whole plan of this team is basically kill their first slot as quickly as possible, hope they don't have a summon, and tear through the rest of it. But yeah, I do think I need to go replace out Desdemona. If I do, probably with Marilith. Actually, I should probably go do that right now. And just see if it goes any better, because barely anyone runs Desdemona these days. Wait, doesn't she do something extra for yellow, though? She deals double if they're yellow. You know what, that might still be worth it. But then again, double of that's only 38 damage. That's not particularly high. Especially if they had a magic reduction of some kind. But then again, 38 into a Astral Spirit or a Spirit Fox, I believe is enough to kill. But some few people are running it, I don't know. I guess we could run Marilith, but it's a pretty small amount of true damage, and we don't really need to be focusing all of them. We need to be focusing whatever ones are getting damaged, which is mainly going to be the front line due to Corvash plus Astral Spirit. Yeah, we'll keep it with her. Oh well. But yeah, it's not the greatest of teams, but it gets your job done about 10% of the time. But then again, almost all my defends are doing it at about 10% of the time. So, I don't know, I just haven't really had the need to change it yet. And as I said, I'm using all my better stuff on other days. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the guard's avatar team so we can stun this thing so we don't have to deal with him reviving a billion times. That reminds me, what is the event for this week? Isn't it kill something and explore? Because I haven't been doing whatever it is. Okay, we'll go take that over. Also, I still haven't done dungeons yet. I need to go make sure I do that too. We'll go and... I don't have Spirit Fox too. Oh, oops, I used the wrong version of this team. I used the one that doesn't have stun. Good job. I should probably just retire this team. I don't know why I still even have it set as a team. But, yeah. I switched to this team for the sole purpose of having a stun. Yeah, I click on the wrong guard's avatar team. That's a fail. Okay. Well, we could still easily kill him. It's just going to take longer. Do I have to triple guard's avatar him? Well, I think given the current situation, it'd be better just to double shot him. Then again, we don't have armor buffer, do we? Well, we do, technically, just from extra cast spam, but that's not worth taking that many turns to do that. So throw that down. We'll have to hit him 4 times. Wow. Which I probably should have mercied there, but oh well. I will go throw the Hellcat on the greens, get that going. See if we can get an Alchemist on something. How about the brown? Sounds good. Move all that in there. Maybe get a guard avatar in there. So we'll go get that down. All of them revive. Throw it down again. I don't think we're at 1-shot E yet. Let's see, how much is his damage up to? He's up to 60 damage on the dot, so we need to cast it a few more times to really get up. Every cast we do is 2 additional damage, isn't it? Yes. So, yeah, we need to cast, what is that, 3 more times? I believe it's 3. So we'll go and take that down. Don't have any alignment. Good job. Well, oh, yes, we do. Go grab the brown. See if we have a mercy. Ideally, we would. Don't, though. Grab that. Still no mercy. Still no mercy, but we have guard, though that's not enough damage yet. Let's see. 108 is 464, so we need 5 more damage still. Come on, just 5 more. So we need to cast 2 more times. And now I just need a Hellcat. And that should be exact. And there we go. Okay. Well, that took way too many times. But this is the wrong team. Misclick. And now we'll go back to the Divines. Oh, and I forgot to go do dungeons. Good job. Also, let me go hand out a redeem code. I did say I've been wanting to give it more out in like the middle of the week out of nowhere. So, let me go give out a redeem code as well as after this battle. Might as well. I'll go get a mercy down. Get that going. Get that one over. Take the other one over. I need to double check how many more we have for this month. I believe we still have enough to give them out. I think I have like 10 more, and the month is only like 6 days away, so. But then again, I'll be using a bunch on the weekend for Friday and Saturday stream. I'll go throw that in there. And also, I forgot to mention too, because it just popped up today, and I didn't look to see it previously. But Treasure Gnome is this weekend, by the way, so we will be grinding them out a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be going too crazy with them this time, because I'm not even opening up the keys this time around. Though, maybe we'll be able to get enough to do a 10-key opening finally. Yeah, we'll go grab that. And yeah, Treasure Gnome event in, what is it, like 1 day from now. 1 day and several hours, because that's when Friday reset is. But yeah, 1 day, 6 hours. We have the Treasure Gnomes to go grind them out on Friday and Saturday, if any of you are interested in doing that. Oh, and Sunday as well. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But yeah, I don't know how far I'll really be going with that, since we won't be opening the keys immediately. There's not, the most hyped thing we have is a drop we won't even be opening. So I'll probably just do mainly standard PvP, and if we find them, we find them, and if we don't, we don't. What was the event this week again? It is, kill green troops in Explorer. Oh, that's not too bad then. Well, apparently we'll be killing Forest of Thorns troops in Explorer for some of that. So we'll be able to use that simultaneously with the Gnome event to go grind a bunch of them down. So that'll work out. Anyways, let me go hand out the redeem code. I don't currently have the screen open, but it won't take that long to go and get them. It's not like our thing is lagging this time around, so luckily. And it took like forever to do it previously. But let's just go over to mail, go over to April redeem codes. How many more do we have left for this month? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, one more than I thought we had. Well, I guess technically we have 10 because we're using one right now. But there we go. Mark it. Copy it. Did we use this one already? I don't think we did. We'll find out in a second. So let's go put in the code thing. Put that right there. Boom, 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 boom. Click redeem. And is this successful? Yes, it is. Code is successful. And use that at the same location as always, gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. And there you guys go. There's the redeem code. And your invite code can be found underneath settings. You can only use it if you're on PC mobile. Whatever your game says there's what you put in. The redeem codes is in chat. And yeah, it gives a normal reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And we'll see what the one little gem key is. Anything? Nope. Just a unicorn. I don't know why they even added this. It has no purpose whatsoever in any circumstance. Ever. Not even remotely. I don't even think in early game it was good. I got it on my like lower level account and I don't think we touched it. We tried it once and it was like, nope, not worth using. But yeah, I don't know what they were thinking about with when they added that. Wasn't that good. Oh, I wonder if we'll get a cute penguin. We need a cute penguin. A cute little penguin for our shoulder. Yeah, I'm really curious what the other 30 pets are. We currently only know what 6 of them look like. We don't know at all what the other 60, the other 30 look like. Plus there's a new one per month that they'll be adding. Have you ever played around with Orb Weaver? I have in the past when it first got launched. I have not really done it since it got Mana Drain immunity. But, yeah, it is currently the only hero class in the game with Mana Drain immunity. It's the only really good thing about it. That, and you get to spam purple mana generation, since whenever you die with it, or not die with it, but whenever you get damaged with it, it has a 50% chance of summoning a giant spider. The one really good thing that Orb Weaver is great against is if you're ever up against something with poison. If you're up against anything that has the capability of poison, Orb Weaver is the best thing you could use against it. Okay, we'll go through that down. And it's mainly because you get to keep summoning giant spiders, which is pretty funny. Actually, I believe we even did a battle where we soloed an entire team just with Orb Weaver hero class. Because we got poisoned immediately, then we just kept creating giant spiders. Hey, we got an arcane. And then the giant spiders just kept feeding us the purple mana we needed for our, I believe, black manacles is what we used. Then we got a devoured, then we just won. The cute little dragon pet looks like a Charizard Pokemon. Or like a little Charmander. Out of everything I've seen, it looks like that one streamer. He's somewhat popular because of his speedrunning records and stuff. But the one guy that speedruns, I believe he's most known for Luigi's Mansion. Fire Emblem something something, I believe his name, like 84 or something. But he has a little dragon character. And it looks pretty much exactly like the one they're adding to Gems of War. I think it's pretty much just like the generic looking, what you would do if you ever built a fire dragon. A cute looking fire dragon. Generic, cute looking fire dragon, but still adorable, nonetheless. Well, we'll go throw ourselves down, no alignment, so we'll just go explode out the board. I don't have any mercy to throw in there. And that does give us alignment. Never mind. So we'll go for that. Hit him with that. Let's see. I kind of wish something would be done to make Ishabala not so good, though. Not that she's really the problem. The biggest issue with Ishabala is not her, but everything she gets used with, more so. The only two that will really be devastating if they ever add it, even more so than Divine, probably, will be if they ever add 50% mana start to Dragons and 50% mana start to Daemons. I think would be the biggest two, because there's a lot of Mythic Daemons that would utilize that. You could probably even just go 4 times Mythic Daemons at that point. And down it goes. Yeah, no problem, Vict. Let's see. Let's see, I already read that, never mind. You want a mini Infernus and have a mini Dawnbringer as pets? Oh yeah, I heard someone mention that too. Was that actually you during the thing? But yeah, that would be pretty cool if you could decorate your pets with your weapons and have them holding your little weapon or something. That would be adorable. Give them like their mini version of it. What was I about to go do? Oh yeah, dungeons finally. Let me go do that already before I forget, because there is a good probability that these resources that you get from dungeons, these color things, as well as diamonds in general, every jewel basically, will be most likely used for pet food. So do make sure you stock up on them if you haven't been. Maybe don't throw the 50 gem thing every single day, unless you really want to. But definitely if you haven't been doing your dungeons every day, do them. Because they will be quite beneficial, most likely, if they are indeed used to craft pet food. Because pet food will be important to level your pets. You don't have to keep feeding them once you've done it, but pet food is basically like souls for pets. They specifically only use pet food, which technically still costs you souls as well. Because if you're crafting pet food in the Soul Forge, it's going to cost souls for sure. We already know that, but it's going to cost a combination of souls and one other resource. We don't know what the other resource is, but we can pretty much just assume it's the things from Dungeon, because you there's 7 of them, and there's 7 resources from Dungeon. Not counting the shards, but nothing takes shards. The shards, the whole purpose of shards is to convert into the other 7. Also, be saving your shards as well, because for the first time ever, it might be worth crafting your shards into colors instead of diamonds, because if it does indeed require that for pet food, you might need, let's say, a lot of red pet food, and you might want to convert your shards into those little red jewels, those rubies, or whatever they're called. That might be better than using them on diamonds in that circumstance, especially people who have as many diamonds as I do right now. Like, what do we have, like 16,000 or something? So yeah, we don't really need more diamonds at this point, but we might need more of the other colors for pet food. Alright, we'll go throw that down. And down it goes. Hey, you were afforded mini Dawnbringer. That would be pretty cool. And that would probably be pretty easy to implement too. All they'd have to do is shrink down the graphic a lot and then just put it in their hands. Because I assume they have the PNG image separate of all those little weapons they have. I think they're just against the background, so you could easily give them their little weapon to wield. You could probably even do it very easily to the hero as well. It would probably take a lot of assets they would have to add to the game, though, because the only slight issue with that is they'd have to make a new graphic for, like, every single weapon. And the only real big issue with that, even though they already have it done, it would probably take up a lot of data within the game, which they probably don't have room for. And they'd have to do it for every weapon in the game, assuming you want to wield every weapon. Maybe if they did just do it for a few of the more core weapons, like, of course, Dawnbringer and stuff, then it would work out. But, yeah. Wouldn't really work, unfortunately, if they tried doing it for everything. But they could definitely do it for a few. I don't see why not. Accessories for your pets would be pretty cool. That would be one kind of cosmetic thing that people might actually buy. Because there technically is one cosmetic thing in the game right now, though it's not really worth getting. There's 2 hero decorations you can have for your hero, or hero appearance that they sell. I think they're $10 each, but you get a small amount of resources for them. They're not really worth it. I do have both of them, though. Where are they? Where do I change it? I almost completely forget. Change appearance. Oh, there it is. Duh. But yeah, there's the Dwarf, which can only be male, doesn't have a female version, and the Lapia, which can only be female, doesn't have a male version. But yeah, both of these cost, I believe, $10 if I'm not mistaken. And they're technically the only 2 fully cosmetic things in the game that have no effect on any kind of gameplay whatsoever, other than just visuals. Of course, I never use them, though. I always just use the Rashka one. And there we go. Mini Dawnbringer randomly do 1 damage to all and half to barrier the team. No. I'm pretty sure they're not adding too many things that are actually that beneficial to pets. Because they are concerned with it, of course, being too powerful. Every single bonus we've seen so far has actually been really bad, which I think they're doing deliberately just to make sure that pets don't become too powerful as far as, like, being necessary to get them all. Because from what we've seen, it almost seems like none of the 6 pets they've showed so far, actually only 3 as far as stats, but none of the 3 pet stats that they've showed so far is really over the top as far as what they do. Though they probably will add a few that will be rarer, that will be. Or maybe not rarer, but, you know, a few of them that will be nichely better. Like, for example, we already know that they're adding a Zolkari thing. If that dragon is gives a 3 times bonus to dragons, then that one would be probably one of the better ones due to how applicable that is. A lot of people already run 4 times dragons, 4 times dragons, whereas not that many people naturally run 3 times, 4 times Zolkari. Even though it's the exact same effect, just for a different type, it's still a lot better for specific types. As well as Divines. Could you imagine if they did that to Divine? That would definitely be one to go for if so. Because 4 times Divine is extremely common right now. 3 times, 4 times Divine. I don't think the benefit from Divine is too good though. It's just HP and armor, but still, getting like 10 plus HP armor on top of what you'd already be gaining is definitely a decent amount. Is there a page somewhere that has the preview of pets? There's no official preview of pets, but Salty streamed it, and we did go over a little brief summary on our video that we just posted yesterday. And there's a link in that description of that video that also goes to another quick summary of it. That's text and image-based, if you want to go read that. But yeah, there's no official post on it yet. Lately, they haven't really been doing things like that unless it's actually actually going to be released. Also, I'm kind of curious what the screenshot will be for this Saturday. They always do like a spoiler screenshot every Saturday as of lately. And given how close the patch is getting, I don't know what else they could show at this point other than maybe more pets. But we'll see. We'll go throw the Mercy down. Get that going. He's going to take the yellow there. And we'll just go for Gorgolfa and go from there. We'll get some damage down. We'll go for the convert. He could actually win this. He's using standard Justice team and he might actually kill us out with it. Haven't seen that team for a while now. Most people have kind of gone away from it. But it's still around. We could actually lose this. We might actually lose to a Justice team. Not like it's bad, it's actually amazingly good still, but... what do we take here? I guess we'll just move this down. Get all the manas we need. Good, it missed. Let's get Dawnbringer down before we die. He has so much HP I can't even remotely damage him. Once that goes down, we'll have a slight better chance, but still. He might just kill off of Queen Mab pokes. So, do I have a drop for this? No, I do not. I'm not frozen on... Oh, yes, I am frozen on blue. I think I'm frozen on every possible extra turn on this board. There is so much value we could take, but we're frozen, so we can't take barely any of it. Oh, I can multi-cascade, though. We're already losing our turn, so I might as well grab all that and do it that way. So we'll do that. We're still alive, barely. I need to get Dawnbringer down before he hits us. Okay, good. I cannot take that blue, but we'll go throw Dawnbringer down. He's almost dead. Once we get him dead, we'll have a chance. If we can even reach that point. Okay, there goes our barriers. We're still frozen on blue, as well as everything. We could go cleanse it, but he's just going to apply it right back. Those blues, I don't think he's going to cascade anything from it. I think our best bet is just to take this yellow so we can throw a Dawnbringer, throw a Infernus down. I could take the skull as well, but I don't think it's going to be... Oh, wait, what am I doing? Hello, Mercy, that's just sitting there with a free turn. Should probably take that instead. So we get our cleanse, we're not frozen anymore. Throw a Dawnbringer so we don't die. And then we'll throw an Infernus down. It should be good to go. Move that over just for full mana. Never mind, it's not full mana. But for more mana, we'll go get that down. Get a kill right there. And now we just have to deal with the rest of his little team. And both of those will get hit. It's down to 5 plus burning. He does 174 skull damage. Wow. That is a heavy hit, to say the least. We'll go take, I guess, a red to red. Oh, very nice extra turn right there. Out of luck. Go for the Dawnbringer. Oh, I had an extra turn there. I could have cleansed it and healed it. Luckily, we're shielded at the moment, and we're about to be re-shielded as well, so we'll throw a Dawnbringer down. And good thing he didn't take another skull. He does one-shot me with every skull, so even if I heal up, that's barely going to do anything. Need to really get another Dawnbringer to have any chance of winning this. Oh. Okay, good. We still are cleansed. We're still barriered. So we still have a chance, ever so barely. We'll go move that over. I have to hit him 2 times before he hits me 2 times, which I guess is manageable. Though the problem is we don't have an ability, whereas she does. So we'll go deny out the blue, I guess. Does it give me a skull? Maybe. No, it does not. And I don't want to fall for that trap, though we might be able to make him go for it. So we'll go do that. I'll take the blue. It does indeed. So now we're both down to 1 skull until we lose. Whoever takes the next skull wins. Okay, well, we'll go move this over so we have an extra turn for next turn if he doesn't earn it. And hopefully we'll get something out of that. We could also technically heal to be high enough that we don't get hit by the one-shot skull. Though that would take way too much healing to really reach. I guess we'll go for a green there and hope we get it. Didn't get it. Okay, good, and we win. What a weird battle. But down it goes. Very strange battle. Very, very strange. Anyways. Let's see. If you go to the spoiler page, it lists all the pets. Very few picks, though. Oh, wait. We know what all the pets do? Wait, someone actually did all 64 pets? I need to go through them right now, then. Okay, but right before we end, let's go over all 64 pets, if that actually is a thing. Let's go over the effect for all 64. Of course, they're subject to change. I didn't realize someone posted all of them already. Let's see. Spoiler thread, spoilers. Spoilers. Where is this? Is that the link to it? No, it isn't. Where is it? I don't see it. Or is it on Terran's World thing? Let me go check Terran's World, I guess. Let me click refresh on it. Oh, that might be why I can't see it. It's not refreshed. And it's not loading either. There it goes. Let's see. View change history. Go to the main page. Return to main page. Pet spoilers! Okay, we do have pet spoilers. Interesting. Let's see. Effect, color team bonus. It doesn't actually say specifically. Cosmetic. Kingdom team bonus. Oh, and then it shows the thing. Okay, I see. But it doesn't say what kind of bonus you get from it, though. Does it? Weight. Oh, they're weighted differently as well. Though, a couple of them have 0 weights at the moment, so they're probably not correct weighting at the moment, since some of them are literally 0. So it has the mana color, it has the effect, and then it doesn't actually show what the effect is, though. But it does show kind of like what it's related to. Interesting. Well, let's go over this real quick. Doesn't have a great deal of information, but it will give us a general idea of what they're going to be bringing in. So, better than nothing. Let me go move this over. Move that one over as well. What's your cheap lineup for Red Guild War days? Red Guild Wars, I believe you just spam with Goblin Rocket. Triple Goblin Rocket with a Alchemist is all you need. And you can just solo the entire day with that. Alchemist, Triple Goblin Rocket. And of course you could upscale from there with bigger Legends and Mythics that do full AoE plus gain your extra turn like Infernus and stuff. But yeah, that's all you really need. Is triple Goblin Rocket Alchemist. Won't score the best, but if you have absolutely nothing else to use, it's pretty decent. It also doesn't use anything above an ultra rare, so most people have access to it. Let me go bring the screen up real quick. And where to go? Where's the window capture? That is not what I want. Pet spoilers, that is what I want. And there it is. Okay, so let's go over pet spoilers. Let me go make it a bit bigger because it is pretty hard to read at the current state. Actually, I can't even barely read it. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that's just a little bit too far. Okay, let's go 200%, and now we should be able to read it easily. And yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, that should be good enough. So, pets. We have Aurario. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see the image for, I don't think, almost any of them. Oh wait, we do have a few of them. But I think some of them, most of them will just be from the ones we've already seen from other spoiler stuff. Well, let's see. Green mana color. And this thing does a color bonus to greens. We have the Billy Kid, which is a green mana color, and it will do a Kingdom team bonus to Pan's Veil, so it'll be able to get up to a 3 times bonus for Pan's Veil. We have a Zhejian one, the Black Beastkin. That's funny. It's probably like a little mini Black Beast or something. Kingdom team bonus for Zejin. That could actually be decent because 4 times goblins is a thing. So you could get 3 times extra bonus. Plus, I believe Zejin's thing bonus gives you a little bit of everything. It gives you HP, armor, and attack. It doesn't give you magic, but it gives you pretty much everything else, which is nice. We got a cosmetic one. There are pets that are fully cosmetic, though they're still worth leveling because you get, not immediately, but they are still eventually worth leveling because you get bonuses and stuff for actually leveling your pets, so it is worth doing. Not like bonuses as in these bonuses, but, you know, bonuses as in, like, some gems and some orbs. But a bright beetle, fully cosmetic. A catnip kid, fully cosmetic, green. So you would never use your greens on either of those, at least not immediately. A Chomp 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 from Wild Plains. And it is a Wild Plains bonus, makes sense. A Krabby, oh, a little mini crab, that'll be cute. It takes blue colors, and it's for a color team bonus. I assume blue. Based on the fact that it is blue. But let's see, we got a Crimson Batling, so a little mini bat thing. It requires purple food, and it gives a Kingdom team bonus to Golvania. That could be decent with a Crimson Bat Golvania. I mean, a Crimson Bat Draculus team, because if I'm not mistaken, 4 times Golvania gives you 1 magic, or is it 3 times? One of the 2. And that would be a bonus of 3 additional magic for your Draculus and Crimson Bat, which could be useful, particularly earlier on in the game. A Dawn Bird. Ooh. Oh, I want that. That sounds a lot like Sunbird. It takes red mana, and it gives a Suncrest bonus. Unfortunately, its bonus is useless. We got a Dire Rose, which is fully cosmetic. We got a Eyelet, some kind of little eye thing from Kakarot, really. And it gives a purple team bonus, apparently. Another green, or a green bonus right here off the Falbella. A Faunette for, again, the brown bonus. Not sure exactly what bonus that is. I believe it's just Hero Mastery, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of like how the bunny is. If we find a bunny and it says the same thing, we'll know for sure. Grim Woods is a color team bonus for red. So since it specifically says it this time, I think you might get some kind of stats for the red. If that is the case, that'd probably be one of the better ones to go for. Bright Forest, we have a little... wait, they have typing as well? That's weird. Wonder why they have a typing on them. I wonder if they actually count as one of your 4 troops for your thing, if you have it on you. Because why would they have types? That seems kind of weird. Anyways, it's going to be purple, and it gives a troop type bonus to purple, probably just a mana mastery thing. We got a Flutter, which is cosmetic, Frog Prince, which is cosmetic, Griffling, oh, that'll be cute as well, a little griffin on your shoulder. Yellow for the mana, and it does a color team bonus to yellow of some kind. King team bonus for Apocalypse, interesting, there's only 5 Apocalypse troops. The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse plus, what's his name? Not Famine, the one that barely anyone ever crafts, only for the achievement. You know who I'm talking about. The undead one. I can't remember his name because he's so dead to content. But the one that costs a bunch of other resources within the Soul Forge, where you need those 3 weapons to craft them. That's the 5th guy. But yeah, a little Grimlet. We got a Guppy, which is a troop type bonus for blue. Troop type bonus for... Wait, never mind. Troop type bonuses. I think every single one of these that says troop type is actually for this other one here. It doesn't actually say it over to the side, so I don't know specifically. Plus the coordinates, they could all change. Oh, there's one for the new kingdom too. Wait, how soon are they planning on releasing that then? Because there's the pet for the kingdom, yet the pet might be out before the kingdom is even released. That'd be weird. And then there's one for Bright Forest, another cosmetic one, Hoglet, Hoodoo Doll. Wait, Hoodoo? Hoodoo. Hoodoo Doll from Apocalypse. Cosmetic. Got a Kedar one for troop bonus, taking purple, Ice Jelly, but yeah, I'll just scroll through these. None of them are like really over the top, but hopefully we could actually see some images. I believe we only have the images of the one we already know though. This one has an EXP bonus, which we already knew about earlier too, which is definitely pretty high priority to get then. Pretty much any of them that give a resource thing will be good to go for. So this might be unlocked for purple. Actually, let me go do that right now. Let me go through it per color and see which one is actually worth going. So which one is the most worth it for yellow? So we have Adana, we have Cosmetic, we have the Vaults. Really? You got one for the Vault? There's barely any Vaults at the moment. We have Cosmetic, we have Divinian Fields, we have another Adana thing for some kind of troop type. We have a color bonus for yellow. I believe that one might be the best, the Griffling, for yellow then, to throw your food into. Then you got Suncrest thing for some kind of troop type. We got the Dove over there. Oh yeah, we don't have images for any of them other than the things that we already know. Never mind. Okay, we got Leonis Empire for the thing. Troop type. Got a Silver Glade under yellow, and that's all of them. So out of all of these, it would probably be the best to go for sure, the, where'd it go? The Sword's Edge one, which gives some kind of yellow bonus. Oh, then again, what if this is only Hero Mastery, though? Like how it is in Puzzle Quest? Never mind, it might only be Hero Mastery. If that is the case, if it is only Hero Mastery, then the best would probably be to go for the Leonis Empire or the Silverglade, depending on which one you might want to use more of 3 times, 4 times from. But regardless, mostly yellow's kind of average. As far as red, let's see, what do we have? Red goes to Bright Forest, that would actually be, or I mean Bladed Lands, that would actually be somewhat decent, since there are quite a bit of daemons in there that are decent with each other. Not really anything too over the top. You'd most likely only use 3 times, not really 4 times from it. Suncrest, not good enough from that kingdom to really use it, so not worth it. A bunch of troop type thingies, cosmetic. Kingdom bonus for Broken Spire isn't worth it. Oh, this is the one you throw all your reds in. You throw it into the whelp. I don't know if that's actually the little dragon thing, but if it is, yes, throw all your reds into your dragon, because it gives Dragon's Claw bonus, and you could very, very easily build a 4 times Dragon's Claw team and utilize the attack armor bonus that you get from it. I believe it is. I believe it's attack armor HP actually. So you'd be able to get a 3 times multiplier on that from getting that guy fully upgraded. And yeah, I think that's definitely the best one to go for into red. And that's all the reds then. So purple, of course, we have the little spider. We have this guy for souls, which is definitely worth going for sure. So this is probably the best guy to go for under purple, because you'd want to get that extra soul gain. Cosmetic, troop type, Wild Plains, not worth it. Apocalypse, not worth it. Troop type, color bonus, purple. Oh, and EXP. Oh, there's 2 good ones. There's EXP and souls under purple. So you definitely want to throw all in on those then. On the Moon and the cat, the Lucky. So those would be the biggest 2 under purple, the 2 resource-related ones, since those will help you out the most. The resource gains from them will work literally everywhere as well. Keep that in mind. So anywheres that you go, doesn't matter what battle, they will affect it. Anywheres where your normal bonuses affect it, those will as well. Next up is greens. Let's see, which one is the best to throw in on green? So far, nothing really over the top. Forest of Thorns, probably, because you can build some 3-4 times Rowan teams. Though, then again, normally you'd use it under other contexts, though. But, yeah, there's not much under green, actually. Pretty lackluster. Again, we don't know what these other things will specifically be either yet, though, that they're saying. So they could actually be better, though we don't currently exactly know what they're doing. So as far as brown, I'd assume gold would be under this one. Zhejian seems to be the best one so far, because the 4 times goblin teams are very popular off of Zhejian Kingdom. So that would probably be your best bet out of all of them. It'll make 4 times goblins even stronger. Who knew? Another buff to 4 times goblins, but particularly from Zhejian. But you could easily build 4 times goblins from Zhejian. They would all have to be unique though, so you can't do double fist bang to get the bonus. Do keep that in mind. It would have to be all unique troops to actually get the full bonus. But yeah, out of brown, it definitely looks like up there it is, the gold bonus. So yeah, the little mini mimic as well as the Zhejian bonus one. What is the Zhejian called? So the black beastkin and the mini mimic would be the best 2 under brown for sure. Then under blue we have the new kingdom, which might actually not be horrible to actually get the bonus for. We don't know currently what the synergies will really be. We do know what their troops are, but I guess about 3 of them into a team you might be able to get away with eventually. So as far as blue so far, nothing seems worth it. Until we found it. Oh, never mind. That's just Gem Mastery bonus. The thing that gives you extra mana for the thing. So everything under blue seems pretty bad so far. Blackhawk might be the only one that's actually viable. 4 times Blackhawk is viable. Not really in late game, but it does work. Doing 4 times Blackhawk that way. Stormheim, there's not a good 4th troop for it. But then again, I guess you could use your hero, which still counts for the bonus. So you know what? That one's actually not too bad either. The Stormheim bonus. So basically the 2 that would most likely come down to is either the Stormheim or the New Kingdom. Probably the Stormheim, though, would be your best bet. If you're ever using like 4 times Pirate from that kingdom, he's pretty decent. What other ones do we under the blue? Darkstone, I don't think there's a good enough 4 times under Darkstone. Oh, Glacial Peaks isn't too bad. And then there's just Shintang. Oh, there's 81 of them here. I didn't even realize that. Well, apparently only 64 of these are initially being released. So now we kind of know in advance as well. But there's also a Shintang bonus under blue, which could be useful. Because, of course, there's Yagway and stuff under that, which could end up getting that into a triple team. But yeah, I think the best blue then would end up still being Blackhawk, because there's no other resource one under this. But yeah, it seems the 2 foods that are going to be the most useful though are purple and Oh, I just realized something, though. There's no white food. There's white food in all of the things, but it's not here. That's strange. Look, there's yellow. There's red. There's purple, 3. Green, 4. Brown, 5. Blue, 6. What's with white food? There's no white food. She showed it in the image. Maybe it's a food that you can use on all of them for the full benefits? Because it requires diamonds, most likely, to craft it, maybe? Yeah, there's no white food. Maybe they're adding it for unique pets in the future? But then again, there's 80-something here, so that's strange. I don't know what white food is used for, then. None of these are white. Or whatever they're calling it. Skull food. But, yeah, that's kind of strange. There's only 6 here, but the other images had 7. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Anyways, that's that. Maybe it's supposed to be a food that you kind of get from other things, where you can kind of just put it into any pet you want, or something. Where it doesn't get any bonus for any pet, who knows. Because it was on the calendar thing as well, from the calendar spoiler. Nonetheless, that's pretty much everything we know about pets, other than in the previous video as well. Not really too much information was given there, I know, but that's all we really know, unfortunately, until it actually gets released, and we'll probably know all 64 of them, as well as what they look like, and then we can kind of judge from there. Maybe you used white food to craft the colors? No, I don't think you would. Oh, then again, maybe you could dye your food into other food colors. That would be kind of interesting. Oh, you know what? That might be a thing, but then why can you feed it to them? Yeah, that would be interesting if you needed white food to craft other food, to basically make it so you couldn't craft infinite food. But they're already going to probably make it so you can't craft infinite food by tying it to jewels, most likely. But we'll see. We'll just have to see what happens with it. But yeah, that would be interesting. Maybe you can buy, white food will require diamonds, and then you need the white food plus jewels in order to make other food. That would be a lot of converting within the Soulforge, and based on how many converting systems they do have within it already, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do that. But yeah, I didn't think about it like that. But yeah, maybe you use diamonds plus souls to get white food. Then you use white food, one of the 6 jewel colors, and souls to create that colored food, which gives extra EXP thing to your pets. That might be a thing, who knows? We'll have to see the EXP for doing it specifically. If that is the case, we'll need to see what the EXP is for white food compared to actually upgrading their food. Because for all we know, it might just be good enough to just throw white food into them if we don't have enough of the other resources. We'll just have to see exactly what the EXP discrepancy is between the two. Is there a good Willow team? It depends what you're running it for. Willow basically just in any full AoE team. You basically use it in any spot you'd just put a Sylvania Mora in is the same thing you'd use a Willow in. There really isn't any difference as far as the specific usage, other than the fact that you use Sylvania Mora in Dragon teams, and you use them for Entangle. But any team where you're just using it for damage, you just replace it with a Willow instead. It's all the standard teams you would already pretty much be doing with Sylvania Mora, for the most part. But anyways, guys, but yeah, as far as like a really, really good team with it, you just build the generic kind of loop team with it. You just go with a Gorgolfa damage, mana generator damage. So if we were to go down that route, we'd go something like Willow. Probably throw a Apothecary or some kind of other generator for it, maybe Green Seer, just so we can keep getting the pokes on it. And, oh wait, you know what? Actually, we would probably go Apothecary, because a brown would be a lot better to have as a color. And then we just need one other utility troop. We could also just do that with Deep Bore too, and just use it as a damage source that way. And use Deep Bore in the middle there, and then, or even just up front, and then just use another damage source to cover the last color of a brown-purple, which we could easily run with Hero Weapon running Black Manacles. So we just go Black Manacles and run something like this along the lines, and just go with the Gorgolfa into Deep Bore spam back and forth, into Willows getting boost ratio off the browns, into pickoffs with Black Manacle and such. Of course, you could use any of the troop brown-purples as well that are decent. Mainly Skull spam if you were to go down that route, because I don't believe there's a brown-purple AoE. No. Well, Elamagrim, but under the context of this team, that wouldn't really work. And I guess Magnus would be your next best bet. It actually does more damage than Black Manacle, but you don't have the Devour chance. But, yeah, you could go something along the lines of that. Yeah, pretty much anywhere you'd use so many more. It's just the same concept, except better damage. It does gain slightly less mana, but it has better board control as far as what you can use. Let's see. Is there a low-level team that you can beat the first dungeon with on your Legends? Epics are Bone Dragon, Azura, Rowan, and Sea Troll. You could probably go Double Dwarven Gate, Valkyrie, Rowan. I think would work if it doesn't take damage. Also, there's probably a really slow team you could get away with too, which would be Valkyrie, Double Dwarven Gate, Azura. And just run it that way. And run Double Dwarven Gate. It'd be ridiculously slow, because your Azura is literally all your damage. But running this into a... running that would not be horrible. It would just take forever for you to eventually win off of your Azura. But alternatively, yeah, you could just put a Rowan there and just go down the damage route. And you could even replace out one of these. The main reason you kind of need two is because there's no way to keep your other Dwarven Gate alive unless you go for, like, Dragonian Monk or something. In which case you could, I guess, just go down the Dragonian Monk route and go for the Cockatrice, go for Monk, go for Rowan, and go for something to feed Rowan what it needs. In that case, there's not a single red-purple that does armor, is there? That'd be perfect if there was. I guess technically you could just go Sunbird, but that might not be enough damage. Red-purple that does armor. I don't think there's such a thing. Armor, armor, armor. Oh, there is, but it's not worth using. There's one thing that does armor under them, and I don't think any weapon does it. No, they're all damage related. But yeah, one other troop into here that you might have to either feed your Rowan armor, or just to do damage in general, like a Sunbird. Either or would end up working quite nicely. But I guess, yeah, just a Sunbird, since you use it for so many other things as well. And we could just go down that route. But yeah, you have your Mana Drain, you have your Entangle, so they can't hit you with their high damage skulls. You have Barriers, so regardless of how much damage they're dealing, they could hit you for one shot and you still won't die as long as you have the barrier up. Sunbird for damage, as well as Frontline Tank when it keeps coming back. So if you can survive one hit and then you Sunbird, you can keep just using that as a tank as well when worse comes to worse. And then Rowan, assuming it doesn't get hit at all, will be really decent damage. Even without that much armor, it still hits relatively high relative to other troops. And you'd run that with something like a brown-yellow so you can quickly get barrier and your disables off. You want to be casting your first two troops as many times as possible. And then these once you've pretty much got everything protected. And then you just keep repeating that until you win. But yeah, Cockatrice plus Dragonian Monk combo is enough to win most battles once you get kind of used to using it. The hardest part is learning how to use the Dragonian Monk's X properly. Once you kind of have that down, it's can win against pretty much anything in the game. It might be ridiculously slow, but for dungeons, it doesn't matter how slow you go. You just need to win. So, and those are pretty low rarity, too. It's a rare off of the Cockatrice and a ultra rare off of the Monk, so not too hard to get. And Sunbird's also ultra rare, and Forest of Thorns, or the Rowan is free from Forest of Thorns, which you already have as well. But anyways, guys. Oh, wait, maybe use white food to craft the color. Oh, never mind. I already answered that, or went over that. But yeah, Tesla would work really good too in Double Dwarven Gate Valkyrie Tesla. It's actually one of the strongest teams you can run as a newer player other than Dragon Soul 4x Dragon teams. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading off for tonight. Thank you all so much for coming down. And also, hello, Hitman. Welcome. And let's see. Did I miss anything else in chat before I head off? Yeah, there are 81 pets on that screen. I did notice that. But yeah, there's 81 pets, even though they're only initially adding 64. As they mentioned, they're planning on adding a new pet every month after they start doing that. Basically how Mythics get a new Mythic every month, we're going to be getting a new pet every month. Maybe even more than one per month, because if we're only getting one per month, they already have over a year ahead of time in pets, which seems a little overkill. I think we might be getting them like every 3 or 4 weeks or something. We'll have to see. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Thank you for coming down. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Of course, don't forget, this Friday starts the Treasure Gnome event for a few days. So definitely a good idea to go grind out the current event during that, as well as just farming it in general if you want to try getting vault keys and just resources in, just in general. Great time to go PvP. Great time to just go and farm up a lot. So, yeah, that will be happening as well. So if you have some free time this weekend, definitely a good idea to go and grind out some. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Don't think there's anything else we need to cover. That's the only really big thing coming up, other than, of course, 3.4 very, very soon. Hopefully by the end of this month is what they're aiming for. So that's sometime next week, if that is indeed the case. So we'll have to see. Anyways, guys, I'll see you all later. Have a wonderful night, and goodbye, everyone.